Hello and welcome back. This is episode 14 of our Disco Elysium playthrough. I think there's something wrong with my brain. I started this recording, didn't do anything, forgot what episode number it was about 4 times, and had to restart it. So this is going to be an interesting episode if that's where my brain's at. Last episode we met the union boss, and we found out that our name is Harry Dubois. Dubois. I pronounce everything else wrong in this game, so let's have a look. What did we say our name was?
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you're already sat on that chair.
So essentially, he knows where our gun is. He's hinting at it strongly. He knows where it is. He wants us to go and intimidate-ish someone by leaving their door unlocked. But he won't help us with the murder until we do that. I'm not too keen to do that, but I have a feeling that we have limited options. Now, I also mentioned last episode to avoid asking all the questions, because this game, it's really good in that, unlike other, role-playing games where you just click on everything to get the information. Here, depending on what you ask, does have an impact on the outcomes of those skill checks. Skill check is also a word that I forgot last episode, so yeah. So I have been avoiding, but I thought, well, why not? Because he hasn't addressed, we haven't addressed our name yet. We haven't spoken to Kim about it, so I think we need to click on this first and ask this question to find out what's going on. So Everett Clare, of course, let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everett, I call you Harry. Inland Empire, that's what the Hanged Corpse called you, Harry. So that's really my name. My God, it's true. I didn't want to believe, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? He shrugs with that amazed expression. What are the odds of that? And that's kind of why I was hesitant. This guy's a sleaze, right? And he's going to manipulate us to do things for him and try and get us in his pocket. He already tried to bribe us. But I have a feeling he's going to use it against us. I think the odds of that are very low. Rhetoric. It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first. My memory is fine. I'm just testing you. So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. He pats the brown folder in front of him. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you with my big fat folder. Conceptualization. Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. Yeah, he's a sleaze. Rhetoric. I guess words have already reached him. No matter, no harm done. Perception. It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it. Kim, are you trying to tell me you've gotten a hold of some of our documents? Lieutenant Inspector Everett over his spectacles. Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? His eyes never leaves yours. Me and Harry are talking about this lost identity right now. Don't jump to the folder. That's not smart. Show you're on edge. Do some probe. Oh, that's not smart. Shows you're on edge. Do some probing first. Poor Kim. All right. Where did you get that folder? This. My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry. This translates to, haha, you guys are so corrupt. I find that very suspicious. May I have a look? I'm afraid this is meant for union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry. Kim suspects something. What kind of cop does it say I am? Well, Harry, he turns a couple of pages. If I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic. I'm sorry? Yes, he inspects you out. You seem to be a lot of the time, but right now there's no reason to be... Let loose a little bit. Be you. He's probably just making a guess based on recent activity in Martinez. 83 is not too bad. Fuck. Everett's large hands are covering the folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you, Harry. I have nothing to hide. Oh, Harry, he peeks in the folder, as if it's hard to turn away from mysteries inside. Oh wow, this is really something. I'm sure it's not that bad, Lieutenant whispers. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that. So how about, Harry? You need assistance, I presume. Damn it. I hate failing skill checks. Let's get this straight. What's my full name? It's Harry. Harry Dubois. I can work with that. And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you? Let's talk about other matters for a moment. Aren't you going to ask me how I got in? Harry, honestly, I just believe you didn't get a hernia. A man your age. Enough wickedness. Say nothing. A man my age. What are you implying? I'm at the peak of my abilities. I too am surprised by the resilience of this tool. My body's going to break down any minute. Say nothing. The big man peers at you over the rim of his glasses for a moment, then interlaces his fingers and rests his chin on his hands. Oh, I think we have to do the door thing. Let's leave for a second. Can we talk to Kim?
Yes?
Guide me, Kim. Kim. I wonder if our name's on this thing yet. Name unknown.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time.
Let's
since
ask
you're
him.
already sat on that chair.
Do you know anything about do I have a wife and kids? Family, Harry? You're not a family man. There's not one peep of a family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry? Never mind the family. Family, Harry, he glances lovingly at the frame photo in front of him, is the most important thing in the world. Alright, just do it. A fantastic change of heart, Harry. Go talk to Manana down by the gates. He'll brief you and give you the key. And just like that is happening. The roller coaster is moving. Too late to take it back now. Damn it. Just open one little door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want a weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. That's it. Anything else we should discuss? I'm trying to be a decent cop. I want Kim to be proud of me. I just... Let's see if we can avoid this. Let's... how did I get here? Alright, we've got the task, but perhaps we can do something to avoid having to fulfill it. I don't remember... Oh, down here. Stairs. Here we go. Oh, what's this door? Can I get there? Ooh. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. A giant ass print on the pillow, the pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Somebody is habitually chilling next to the radio. A standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked. Someone left the coffee machine on. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. Every worker member of the board is written on the top of the files. Below the flyers, the union logo demand democracy. Can we go in the bathroom? No. Oh, yes we can. Here we go. Ooh. -1 to drama, 1 to visual calculus. I'll take it. For morale. Something for health would be nice. Let's open this one. File cabinet. On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers. It's unfortunate for the union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this. Let's see what's inside. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Let's browse through them. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Mundai, Grad, and even Illimara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kurun, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among many districts where importers are being sold. Anything interesting? It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, and quarantines and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. I've only got 2 volition. Look how blurry all the lines in these papers are, how unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Cimarron monk, focusing through not focusing. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing. Could actually focus through not focusing. You're a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go. If I let my eyes go completely out of focus, all shapes start melting into each other. Is that what you're doing with these folders? No, of course not. Good. He turns away. This is probably not relevant to our case anyway. After all, we're not investigating an accounting mystery. 58. It's more than half. Yes. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration is enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of this. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer. It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everett shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everett's plant, sweep office floors, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out and the note itself is crumpled. Look, Kim, to-do list now with the list of errands for Everett. He inspects the note. One of his aides must have left this. Nothing incriminating here. The special borscht seems to have been odd on the list. Take another look at the note. Special whirling borscht. Alright. Isn't borscht like a type of meat? Is that what borscht is? Let's have a look. An imposing combination of a punch clock and payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change. The machine swallows your coin. It seems to be waiting for your next move. Let your muscle memory dial a random number. Your fingers run over the dial pad. 005, that's the dialing code for Revachol 4952, and a moment of hesitation before entering the final number, 993. Calling. Still calling. Video Revachol 24, a crackle. Someone picks up, they say, Video Revachol 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm films from here. This is Lemmy. How may I help you? The voice of a youngster on the other end sounds and is enthusiastic as that of a man walking towards the gallows. What is this place? Video Revolche is a 24-hour video rental. We rent 8 and 10mm films for home use. This is Lemmy. Do you know me? No. What is this place to me? So I don't know. It's a video rental. Maybe you rent videos here. Why did I call you? Maybe you called to extend your rental period. Do you need to extend it? My name is Harry Dubois. Do you have anything on my name? Let me fire up the machine. Dubois. Here we are. You haven't rented anything in 5 years, but you still have a company of Blue Ocean Hell from November 46. Ooh, not a fun film, that one. What kind of film is it? It's not an easy watch. After the death of his daughter, subsequent divorce, a seismic immigrant, Egidius Wojcik, tries to come to terms with the onset of dementia. No wonder no one's been missing it. Still, it'd be great if you could return it to us. We're on the corner of Voyager and Maine. The call is terminated by the other party. You're left with the discomforting sound of the disconnect tone. Are we from here? Potentially. No, I want to leave. Here we go. Alright. What about these sunnies? What did they get me? What's my drama at the moment? Visual calculus. Drama's at 5. They're both at 5. Let's just leave it at that. What else we got? We went through there before. How did we get up here? I do not recall. Oh, the Wild Pines. Oh, that's right. We jumped down. Alright, well that's fine. How do we get out of here? We're trapped. Where was that crane? The crane button. I'll just play with the crane button. Here we go. Yeah. Illuma on. With a loud grind, crane shift overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. Oh no. And with a surprising quick thunk, the crane places a container down. The harbour sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again now that its purpose has been fulfilled. What do you mean? Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted, and now it will rest. I can't see how that was worth the ruckus. Except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying. Ah, because there's things underneath it, Kim. And then we can go inside, maybe. Health. Oh, perfect. Just in case. Kim, I think there's something about this container. Oh, before you say there's a cargo container, just one of many in the yard. You do? Because I don't. What? Why not? There are a million of containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? It was hanging from the crane. You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with the cargo container. We're not here to interact with containers. We're here to talk to the Union, right? Open the door. You attempt to turn the handle to no avail. The door seems to be mechanically locked. To your left, Lieutenant considers your action with some puzzlement. No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside. Mechanically locked. Let's go back down to the button. Mechanically locked. The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all. No screech of metal when you push the button this time, only signs, as if the crane remains in a state of dormancy. Alright, well... Okay, well I don't know how to get out of here. That didn't help us at all. I imagine it would have something to do with... maybe near where we were. What about Leo? Hello.
Oh, hey, mister. I need to be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady
are you the Leo who
Larissa,
wrote the note to make more banners? Oh, yes, yes, he replies. I leave all kind of notes for myself. The old head of mine isn't good at keeping things no more. I almost forgot about the broche. What was it about the broche? Oh, yes, I've been taking special whirling broche to the men every day since the strike started. The little guy chuckles merrily. It's very, very good. Makes the man feel so warm and happy. He shakes his head with a wide smile. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renardin's boar dogs every time lunch is done. Oh, it's soup. What do you mean by taking this soup to the men? Is it for striking? Yes, yes, I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and fighting spirits, makes you warm inside. They brewed in the whirling in rags. There is something. Who makes in the whirling? Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Then he's always talking with Mr. Manana and that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad. We'll accept it. Oh, sure, Mr. Shaw. You do that, sir. Composure. He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along. because we didn't have enough to do already, I thought I'd just pick up another task. I feel like, though, it might have something to do with our to do with that door that we're also investigating. Talk to the cook. Alright. How do we get out of here? Oh, is there a door behind you?
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time.
What's
since
in the
you're
container
already
outside your
sat
office?
on
My
that
dear Harry,
chair.
there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I can't possibly remember what's in all of them. Something is special about that one is attached to the crane. Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is precious resource and I don't have enough of it to count the containers with you. Rhetoric, smooth-talking. Maybe that's the way you go about opening the container. You could at least try convincing it. How Kim puts up with this, I have no idea. Can you show us how to get out? Leo, can you show us how to get out? Anyone? If I zoom out a little bit. First, let's try talking to the container. Kim will think we're weird, but... Persuade the door to open. Erratic yet thorough. Been in the world for 2 days. Why are you even trying to open the door with rhetoric? Because getting physical wasn't an option. Because what wasn't an option? Using my body over my wits. Now is not the time to get philosophical detective. You do that after hours. Locked. Do we have anything that increases rhetoric? Oh, sorry. Interfacing, logic, conceptualization, composure, electrochemistry, esther core. No. What gloves? Oh, I've got the gloves on. Can I go up here? No. Can I go down there? No. How do I get there? No idea. How do I get here? No idea. Okay. Well, this is the only way we can go. Then maybe there's another exit. Here. Of course, the door. Told you that's where I needed to go. Oh, that's right, Measurehead. Can we talk to any of the ladies? No, just Measurehead. This is the Supremist.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Why are you not with the Hardy Boys? I'm not the first line of defense, I'm the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate cliche of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading. You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him, he's usually more himself. But you're a part of the union. The Hardy Mantlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone, and I do this out of a race heroism. Finance is alien concept of the Seminoles. Now leave me, I must luxuriate in the company of my woman. There is more to it, what have you got against them? Fine, they have recently fallen under the influence of a possible sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful. Who do you mean? Find out for yourself, endomorphic blob. Yeah, that's nice. What are the tattoos supposed to mean? Racists are generally not very good examples of their race. He gestures towards the lorryman down the street. Welcome to Revachol, you hear him yell at the red-headed woman visiting in Fretet nearby. You must think redheads are immigrants. I'm not like them, I am chronometric perfection. I have taken the trouble of permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should display any doubt. The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudoscientific ambitions. One thing, however, is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be the trait indicative of criminalism. Also, his earlobes could be smaller. you're right. I'll just compliment him. Correct. Can we ask him any other questions about it? Will we get punched in the head? That atavistic stigmatism makes pussy say, yes, plenty. What? Babe, thanks, but I got this. Alright, well. Hello, what do you know about things? Anything new?
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been there, he means. Talk to the boss man too. Was nice enough. It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. He notes solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile drawing his face. Right, you talk to the boss eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. Oh yeah. Any idea who killed the hangman? The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? The Merc was hanged with a very specific type of cargo belt, one often used in the heavy transport of the harbour as a primary suspicion. What a thought, he scoffs. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing unless they were pushed, of course? Pushed how? Your dead guy was an enemy combatant. What does that mean? He was an agent of the opposition attempting to undermine our honourable efforts. Did you kill him? I ain't murdering type, but that's just me. Large organisations like our union have all sorts of men with all sorts of skills. He's not lying about not doing it himself. Understood. This has been limited use still, thank you. Everett said you had a key to a door. A key, huh? What door is he supposed to open? I was hoping you could tell me. Of course I got you. You don't know anything. He taps the side of his nose with a little wink. I got the key right here, and let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help out during this strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. I'm not really doing this for political reasons. I saw an opportunity, I took it. I'm a hustle grinder. I heard something about a weasel, and I didn't sound like a local polar weasel, if you know what I mean. Not doing it for political. Oh, so the none of the above. So that none of the above type are you. I get it. I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing this. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. And all I know, our organisation is what you call compartmentalised. Means we keep each other's business. Keep out of each other's business. Okay, but where did you get the key from? The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really truly matter. His gaze wanders off into the distance. None of this mess we're in. This is jiving and juggling. What's it for? He doesn't wait for you to answer. To feed our children, I guess. Anything else should I know about this take with the weasel person? When will he be home? He shakes his head. I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we're fighting for. The man takes a big sip of his flask. Rhetoric. He means he's not going to tell you because he doesn't know. But he will shoot mouth when he... Oh my god. But he will shoot mouth with you now that you're working with Everett. Alright, what do you know about the Hardy Boys? Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group, a bit too high-strung, but it comes with responsibility. They're sort of like you, preserve the rule of law and all that, except it's Everett's law. He takes a swig from his glass, but really, they're just like you. Why are you striking? We're negotiating a share. Your share? Aye. Wait, not wages or pensions or this stuff? They already covered. Shouldn't you be grateful then? It's a lot more than most people here have. Never grateful. We were ever grateful. We'd have nothing. You fight for every piece. Okay, how large a share would you like? All of it. However, right now we want all the harbour workers to be on the company board so they can take part in the decision-making process. This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill rich people or deporting them to a labour camp in Southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist. What can you tell me about Everett? I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he's capable organiser and a decent businessman. What does bossing the union entail anyway? I guess you kind of get to the village chief. He oversees the harbour, makes deals with the owners and other relevant parties. What is out for his own? By that you mean corruption. By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see, and in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it, appreciate even. He is personally not too lavish. They just seem lavish to me. He is reasonably lavish, sure, but his prerogative. It is not like you want a sanity demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all. Rhetoric, this man has political theory, and has not failed him today. Are you a communist? No. He paused to think for a moment. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only thing holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't. You shouldn't take what's not yours. Then how can anything ever be mine? But that's okay. We don't have to agree on the prairie. It's wide enough for all of us. Prairie? Oh, the prairie. You seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation. Sure, I've had the necessary free time. He spread his arms wide, using the reach to show how much time he has. Fortunately, there's always time. Composure. The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. Encyclopedia. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude, his followers of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Bioderia code. It's an appropriate of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or travelling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends. It doesn't sound cool. It sounds antiquated, obviously passé. It's not disco. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. It feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider if need be. An endless torrent of time. Whew. Alright, let's disco. Let's talk to this guy and see if he's got anything to add.
Right to work! Right.
No, you're annoying. I still don't know who this last truck driver is. I just don't know, because there's the woman over there. There's no one down here. Yeah, there's the woman. There's the guy. Alright, we got some things. First of all, I'm fairly sure that there's a bottle on the ground. Oh, never mind. Alright, it's 3:30. Let's go and trade in our bottles. Oh, we've got to pay Gart tonight. We're not going to have enough money. The pawn shop doesn't take any clothing. We've got half of what we need. Almost. The map in your tab journal. I don't have a map yet. Should I have had a map already? Oh. I think I was told this at the start, but I forgot. If you push tab, it shows who you can talk to. Please remind me of that in the future. Let's put our bag away. So this guy here is a racist. Let's talk to him.
Welcome to Revachol.
Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Go, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Rhetoric. What he means is fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination. He's right, you're undermining our best shot at real self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silent. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine. Fucking A, Kim, I got your back. Point your finger pistols. I want to support him. Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions. Let's support him with our finger pistols.
You two make a cute couple, you know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness. Now that that's settled, we have a couple of
Whatever you
questions.
say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smouldering between his fingers. Perception. He smells heavily of motor oils and his breath. Of high tar, oh this might be the last lorry driver. Content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites. I found your mug in the trash. He stares at the yellow mug and suddenly explodes. Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy. Haven't seen anything this funny in a while. Is it yours? God damn. He wipes tears from her eyes. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine. He doesn't live in Martinez. What are you hauling? Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike. It's a sit and wait on your ass situation. How long has it been going on then? The strike? They've been here for a while, about a month, 2 months maybe. He gestures towards the lorries, but this here is just the last week or so. What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up? Apples. Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide. Apples? Yeah, apples. I take it you had other question? You're a lorry man, right? What's your stance on drugs? Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. Takes a long drag of a cigarette. You smell of booze. Oh, well, let's just say why not. You know where that shit comes from? Samarazia, Safari, Emaria. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it on it out to compete us in manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get weak in ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage. So I take it you're not smuggling drugs. Listen, I agree. I need to... They make alcohol in Elamara too. I don't go for that foreign piece. Proper booze is made of Mundi, or sometimes I like a dram of that Yogograd vodka. Cocksure ain't worth much, but they do know booze. So you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez? Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe. So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B? I don't know shit, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Then what are you still hanging around here? Most other camineurs have left. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. If those little kips sneak around at night, if they touch my stuff, the boss will be on my ass like ass cancer. There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of the big lorry nearby. I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on their way here. Do you know what happened? Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Whirling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took the damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. He takes a long suck on his cigarette, appearing to savour the taste. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to. If things were getting drunk... If they were getting drunk inside the Whirling Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry? Yeah, if you're in the Whirling, how do you know who... What? Aren't we allowed to say the kips who do all the stealing around here? It's not rotor science, man. If you're not, then who's running drugs around Terminal B? Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sileng, that BDI South Samarian, he spits on the ground. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. The street vendor south here, the guy's a lorry driver? Of course he's a lorry driver. Wait. He tells you he's some simple businessman or some shit. He's selling his employer's stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He nods in a sagely manner, then another puff of that cigarette. He's your man, alright, 100%. I wouldn't be so sure about it, not until we've heard what Seling himself has to say. Guess we need to talk to him. We're done. Done talking to you. You're a racist fuck. Alright. Are we ticking goals? No. I really want to not have to do this thing for the union boss. Box of sunglasses.
Sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Let's rummage through them. They're all boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap cerise plastic, the kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils, a UV magnifier. These are all first-rate sunglasses, the man declares. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work. Let's see if we can find something. Ooh. I see a pair of water blue shades. The writing on the left temple says sub-insuladinic rendezvous. The frame appeared to be hard carved out of bone. All very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture. For the first time, the street vendor voice trails off as he watches you inspect them. Try them on. This is how the sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, Harry. Giant, hidden, and strangely tender at heart. All is blue. Alright, but these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being underwater. Wow, officer, you look so cool. He picked up his pace again as you observe the world through deep, sea-tinted lenses. They can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customers have passed them all up because they've got no taste, but you found them. Well, we've got no money. Why change your mind? A pity. They actually weren't half bad. But Kim likes them. Nah. Money. Oh, we got to talk to you. We came down here for a reason, not just for sunnies.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
What's your stance on drugs? Drugs? For a moment, he's unsure how to respond. I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course, in which case drugs are excellent. Tasty, tasty. I'm super into drugs. That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale, or at my home, or on my person, he smiles. So it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers. We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbour. He or she is in this traffic jam. That's even cooler you're investigating that and all, but I'm not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about it. A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We believe him if we didn't know better. But you are a lorry man. Another driver has identified you and your lorry. Who said that? Is it the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater. So you admit you're a lorry driver? No, I just said I work harder than he's an asshole. I'm realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man. Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too, a little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream. Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation? Nothing, I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd. And what crowd is that? Crowd, you know, the drug crowd. No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It's that crowd. It wasn't some drug crowd. You know they are. Tell me now. Shush, please. These are bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up. Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it. If you don't want us to get into this mess, raise your voice. You have to give us a reason to move on. It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady. Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys? Is the lady driver the old woman back there dazed out? I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved, I told you. He's not ruling her out. Could she be associated with the Hardy Boys? I don't know. I'm not a local. I don't know anything about that. Who are these other drivers who talk? All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know, and we are cool now. I really want us to be cool now. Who exactly is talking about the lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos? All of them, even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos. Alright, we're cool now. Alright, ice cold. Let's cap this off by a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, both of you. Do you know anything about it?
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
I heard one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver? He shifts around, suddenly uncomfortable and looks away. I don't want to talk about it. Why? Do you know something? What is it? Man, I was hoping this isn't going to be her. All I can say is she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker, and I don't know where she is. I asked you who conducted the drug trade. You said you didn't know, now you're saying you do. What's her name? Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name secret from me too. Now I see why. Who is she to you? A friend, an acquaintance? I don't know. She's the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay? I didn't mean, I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she shouldn't be mixed up in this. It's true. We would have called a lie, but a kind heart is tricky. Bah. Rhetoric. Emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a fact. What does she look like? A youngish woman, gruff, but in a cool way. What colour hair? Blue and violet dyed. He answered, it was violet when she got here, blue before she went. Then she may have dyed it again. When did she leave? Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much. We can't just let it go. It's part of our police investigation. That's how it always is with you, isn't it? Or part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience. It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only. I don't believe you. You said she's troubled. How? She's got the darkness in her. The young person darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out. She shared this with you? Yes, which is why I don't want to snitch her out. I'm told everyone's afraid of her. You're not? I heard the rumours. I saw other drivers looking at me strange when we talked, and she told me too, that she had a violent life, but I wasn't afraid of her, more like for her. Did this violent life include drug trafficking? Well, it looks like it did now, but we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know. She talked about her mind. Her mind? The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her. When she left, did she leave a lorry behind? Fuck man, go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out. He's right, there are other options. The race man for one. Logic, the grey-haired woman, maybe she knows something. Rhetoric, wait, this guy says they're friends, then acquaintances, and then he's okay with others ratting her out? I don't want to force him. So you're alright with others ratting her out. You don't want to sit your hands dirty. Fine, I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too. Put yourself in my shoes? No. Fine, we'll drop the matter for now. We'll find another way. Alright.
Looking
racist.
for something?
I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up. Where's the lady driver? He smokes. I don't know what you're talking about. Then why are you smoking? Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything. So who does? The lady driver? No, the lieutenant turns to me. He means La Puta Madre. A legendary and not in a crime boss from Jamrock controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this. For a moment, the lorryman is silent and he spits at the pavement and cross your arms and nod. Then I presume you're familiar with his peons? Yeah, he says, unsure where this is leading. They're his little bitches. He's got them all over the Union. Not just the unions, he has peons everywhere. Some say he has them even in the RCM. Dirty fucking peons who would do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts. The lieutenant adopts a routine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this. Say nothing. You're not peoned. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were. No, of course not. We're not peoned. But if we were, the one of Marde's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peon's job to find out whose that is. He's surprisingly good at this, not bad at all. Look at him lurching. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. He looks at him, but a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief. His eyes dart between you and Lieutenant. I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and the Carters Guild. You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there? The Lieutenant points to the yard. Did his shitty little guild protect him? Nah, you wouldn't leave him out there if you... He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends. The Lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. I've softened it up as best I could. Now it's your turn to finish the job. Be careful. This man's still got fight in him. By the look of it, it won't be easy. 28. I don't have the skill. If I leave for now, can we come back?
Looking for something?
Alright. Alright, we're going to have to leave it there. It's getting a bit long in the episode. We have learnt a little bit more about the drug trade. I feel like my goal of just investing in the two main ones here has kind of backfired on me. Because there are so many things to do. Wow, I'm loving it, as I've said many times, but any advice for this game, please let me know. Any direction I should be taking or anything like that, leave it in the comments, or for the channel, I would really appreciate it. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.